that one.
Wowzer!
You're mine. Took that one.
Yeah!
Snag. Took that one.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
Hello and welcome, friend. Now this is just We're so grateful for your help. It's only right we share this with you. We're increasing your allocation of materials. Make good use of them.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Repeat.
Order completed. Well done.
Very impressive work, Sam.
Hello, Sam. Charlie here. This next order requires you to retrieve a piece of cargo. Said cargo is located somewhere within this armed survivalist's base, and is a distressingly familiar coffin-shaped object. Additional devices of unknown purpose appear to have been delivered to the base as well. While much remains unclear, securing the coffin for study may provide us with intel on Higgs and his movements. The mechanic is eager to conduct an analysis, and we have every intention of cooperating with him. That's all the additional information I have for now. There may be more surprises in store for us during this operation, so take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Really are a league of your own.
Please take care.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Whoa! Sam, did you just stumble? Might be trying to carry too much cargo on your back. If you're going to engage the enemy, I strongly suggest you put your pack down so you can be lighter on your feet. Look there, Sam. It's the coffin. Be careful. Higgs may still be inside that thing. Are you injured, Sam? Like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
battle is coming. Do you stand to die? Your smiling faces like a big ship in the sky. I'm playing my guitar, 'cause time is running out. We have prepared everything, sing some fun. Tell me about your favorite day. The empty skies comes up, but you don't want to skip any moves.
Good evening, Sam. Drawn credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
I'm glad you could make it. Did you really manage to retrieve the device? I'll need to assess its condition. Wow. I don't think anyone could find fault with your work. It's perfection. Just how many jobs have you handled for me? You're entirely too good at what you do. Been waiting a long time for you to get here, friend. I understand you have a Cupid. Then go ahead and connect me to the network.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Fascinating, this ocean of information. It's so much more than I imagined. Enough for me to make great strides in multiple avenues of research. I hesitate to call it a reward, but I would like to present you with this. It's a classic collectible, sure to help you make lasting memories. I finished my examination of that coffin, and now I can share with you the coffin board schematic. It's essentially a coffin that's been equipped with an electric propulsion unit. Who made it and for what purpose is anyone's guess. I just happened to stumble across the associated data while I was studying the one you recovered. I'm also curious how such a bizarre device came into the possession of the armed survivalists. Even though the weapons factory has been destroyed, this and other dangerous tech has been popping up everywhere. We need to use all methods at our disposal to protect ourselves. Again, it's a coffin that's been outfitted with an unusual propulsion unit. It draws up tar from beneath the ground to create a layer upon which it can glide. It's not without its limitations, though. I seriously doubt it will function outside of network coverage. And it's clearly the product of a deranged mind. Regardless, it's not impossible. It might come in handy. Test it in the field and see for yourself what you think. The armed survivalists have been making use of some new equipment lately. You've seen them yourself, no doubt. Devices that utilize chirograms. Weapons are flowing freely again, too. There must be another supplier out there somewhere. Perhaps if you ventured into the survivalists' territory, you could find some clues as to the source of the problem. Though I wouldn't risk going in there unprepared. I've been thinking about how I might make vehicles sturdier, for one. Much of the surrounding area is flat and level terrain that's well suited to them. A reinforced ride would be a good ally when facing survivalists, I believe. But I still lack the materials and knowledge to complete my designs. Which is why I could really use your assistance, if you're willing. Thanks again for all your help, friend. Oh, and by the way, the data scientist just posted a sub-order for you in the system. Sounds like she's got her hands on something intriguing. You should at least take a look at the request. But I won't keep you. We both have work to do.
Sam, the coffin you recovered for us is being examined by the mechanic as we speak. APAS's own analysis has concluded that while there is no evidence that Higgs was ever inside it, the technology it utilizes is undeniably related to that of the Ghost Mechs. Meaning it's possible that Higgs is still fabricating all new kinds of weapons. Now, as for the coffin board that the mechanic was kind enough to share with you, it's much more than just a mode of transport. If you're within network coverage, you can hide inside one and retreat into the tar currents. This provides an opportunity to catch your breath, or to attack the enemy with a stun bomb. The board you brought back had the very same functionality, so we're very lucky you stole it from the survivalists before they could learn how to use it. It would be terrible indeed if we had to contend with enemies attacking from the tar beneath our feet. I must commend you on a job well done. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks for doing your part, Sam. I know that wasn't an easy job. The time has come to finally connect East Fort Knot to the chiral network. That said, it will take a while longer for the necessary cargo to be ready for transport. So let's use this time for everyone to get some rest. Between decontaminating the ship and searching for the weapons factory, it's fair to say everyone's been feeling the strain. You and Dolman have had to complete several difficult orders recently, too. Wrap up any pressing and finished business, then return to the Magellan so you can take a break. We have a long road ahead of us, and we need to manage our health to make it to the end. On another subject, would you mind if I borrowed that instant camera the mechanic gave you? I bet Rainey and Tamara would love to try it out. Apparently, they're pretty rare these days. It'll be a fun experience for them.
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. The raindrops keep falling on my head.
No.
But that doesn't mean my heart will soon be turning.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Sam, it's Hartman. Do you have a moment? I've been wondering, is there a child on board with us? I asked because there were building blocks in my room, and I certainly don't recall putting them there. Unless you know something about them?
Maybe they belong to Tomorrow? She's taken an interest in all kinds of things.
Yes, that could well explain it. Right. Sorry for bothering you.
Did you manage to get some rest, Sam? I hope so. Your next order is ready for you. This time you've been asked to deliver some cargo to East Fort Knott. But you need to travel to West Fort Knott to pick it up, and that's quite far from your final destination. The DHV Magellan can take you straight there at least. Plot a course for us and we'll get underway. Drawbridge is on standby for now. But once you accept this order, you can be assured that we'll provide you with whatever support you need. See to your equipment, then head to the West Fort Knott delivery terminal to get started.
Hey Sam, Tarman here. We used this recent downtime to modify the DHV Magellan so you can change its exterior colour at will. If you access your ring terminal while in your private room, you'll see a new customization function is now available. So if you'd like to change things up before tackling your next order, you're more than welcome to do so.
That sure looked good, Sam. When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside the coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. In being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens?
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose?
Hey! Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this is good. I love
I'm getting tired, Sam.
Hey! That looks like a lovely picture. But I see someone blinked. We can't touch it up after the fact, but I consider that a perk of traditional photography. One more time.
That's a nice photo.
Thanks. They'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
Very impressive work, Sam.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you. Please give it your all. Very impressive work, Sam.
distressing dreams again lately? You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can get some restful sleep soon.
inside facility grounds. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
is what we have to hold and call a dear. And now I want to know where you are, if you're far or near. And I don't know how loud I'll have to sing for you to hear. If I can't marry you, I'll go.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
There is only this I know. I will die before I'm old.
Anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously. We owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. Well, no issues with this that I can see. We should be able to put it to use right away. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying. And one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knott. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you. And Australia. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside. Before, Sam. Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, that's not an invitation.
strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual. Dead end, huh? There must be another way.
My brother.
Above us, something's coming. Watch out!
¡Encuéntralo!
ice pillars are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them?
Questa che mette a posto.
Contatto!
Hunt them down. something else.
Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. I don't really have anything else.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna.